How's it going, guys? I hope you've all had an excellent week. I'm currently on holiday and I've had some time to reflect over this past year and set my goals for going into 2023. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my strategy on 5 different stocks and one cryptocurrency that I plan to add heavily into in 2023. No matter the Fed decisions, no matter employment, no matter recession, no matter housing, I'm going to continue adding to these so that I can reach my goal of building my wealth into this new year. In today's video, we'll break down each of these and I'll show you a trick that I am using to buy a piece of these 5 different companies as we go into the new year. So with that being said, hit the like and subscribe and let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so my strategy going into 2023 is going to be purchasing companies that I believe in and a cryptocurrency that I believe in, because no matter what the Fed says, no matter if we go into a recession, no matter earnings that come out, no matter a hard or soft landing, I believe in these and I'm going to continue adding aggressively going into 2023. So I'll tell you right now, these companies are going to be Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Tesla. Those are my main ones, and then I've got 2 extra ones, which is going to be my risky play, which is going to be kind of like my gambling essentially, is going to be a cryptocurrency by the name of Sand. If you saw my last video, you'll see I'm a virtual land holder in the Sandbox, and Sand is the cryptocurrency of that metaverse. And then my bonus one is going to be Disney. And the reason I like Disney is because I have a son. He's into Disney movies right now. And the stock has just gotten beaten so badly over the last year that I just cannot let that one pass. So let's go ahead and look at Apple real quick. And if you look at the first one over the last year, it's down 22%, which is actually, compared to the other ones in my group, this one is actually down the least over the last year. And it is more of a value stock, if despite the issues in China, and despite the growing concerns over supply chain issues, Apple has been maintaining quite a good value moving into this recession. Now, Tim Cook has recently said that he's going to be making the chips in Vietnam. They're starting to separate themselves more and more from China, so I like that. They're also manufacturing now their M1 chips in the US. So I like this company. No matter where you go, no matter what you see, you're looking at people on their devices. We rely so much on our devices, and Apple in their services as well is so aggressive. If I look at my family, we have our phones, and just the pictures that we take on our phones now that go into the cloud, as that gets filled up, as we take more and more pictures, we are now going to have to continue paying Apple to maintain that storage. So they are an excellent company to be looking into over the next year, and I will be adding into them going into 2023. Next company, Microsoft. Microsoft is, for the last year, they are down 26%, so actually a little bit more than Apple. And the reason I like Microsoft so much is because I use Microsoft every single day. Now, being in the military, our current systems that we have, or our networks and our cloud, just our entire infrastructure database is built on Microsoft, and we're becoming more and more reliable on Microsoft. Microsoft is heavily used in the Department of Homeland Security. They essentially, if we do not have Microsoft, our daily operation becomes shut down. We cannot function. So heavily relied on this company, and this company being down 26% over the last year, this is a company that is solid moving into 2023, and I'm going to continue adding aggressively to this company. I do love this company. Next one, Amazon. Now you guys can start seeing a recurring theme here. These are companies that I use every day, my family is using every day, and Amazon. down 50% over the last year. They have eroded all their gains during COVID. So this company is also one that people just rely on so much for day-to-day life. If you look at their cloud service, their delivery service, they are everywhere. This streaming service, we just started watching the new Jack Ryan show that just came out today. Like, they are all over the place and they are beaten down horribly over the last year. This is a type of company that is the moat that they have is insane. Barriers to entry are insane. Like, you just cannot compete with Amazon. So I like them aggressively adding to Amazon going into the new year, down heavily. The next one is Google. Now, I do not know a lot about Google, but I am a user of Google every day. We have YouTube TV. Obviously, I have my channel on YouTube. And after Google, YouTube is the second biggest search chain. The second biggest search engine after Google is YouTube. So that is huge. This company is down 39% over the last year. And they are now in talks to get Sunday football. So they are bidding, and it looks like they are going to be the winner to be the owners of Sunday NFL, which is huge. So if they get that, that is definitely going to help their advertising business. And I like Google because obviously I use it every day. I'm using it on this video. We just don't realize how much we rely on this company. Whenever we're driving somewhere, we don't know where we're going, I'm relying on Google Maps. They are just a company that is so a part of our lives that down 39% of the last year. I cannot let this one pass me as well. So that is my fourth company that I'm adding. And then my fifth company, more of a risky play, is Tesla. And this company over the last year being down 59%. If we go ahead and look at the 5-year, actually let's look at the 1 year on Tesla. And back in January just of this year, they were a $400 share. They're now $137. That is insane. This is, if you want to play the electric vehicle market moving forward, then this is the company I believe in to invest in. A recent tweet came out by Elon with the whole Twitter acquisition. People saying that the reason Tesla's down now is because Elon's so focused on Twitter and he's neglecting Tesla. And Elon came out and said Tesla is operating just fine. Tesla is doing its thing. They're producing vehicles. They're hitting their numbers. Moving into the future, we're going to start seeing more and more of these vehicles on the road. I do constantly see more and more of these vehicles on the road. I like this company. It is a risky play, but it is a risk that I am willing to take. And being this far down over the last year, I think it's an excellent play. And if we look at the PE ratio, they're starting to hit a PE that speaks value in this company. Whereas before, the PE ratio was way out there and people were willing to pay a much higher PE ratio. It's now come back down, and this is more of a time for me that I feel comfortable jumping into Tesla. And then if we look at Disney, which is my bonus one, I like Disney because, like I said, I have a son. We're constantly watching Disney movies. We get excited to save up our money and go to a Disney park. I mean, this company has been around for a long time and they own brands. They own these movies that are just penetrating into so many different markets globally. And if we look over the past year, this company is down 42%. And I feel like this is an excellent opportunity. They just came out with the latest Avatar movie. And the reason the stock was tanking recently is because they said that the numbers missed on Avatar, but it wasn't even really that big of a miss. It was a slight miss on Avatar. So I like this company. We buy the products, we watch the movies. My son is a huge fan, and as he gets older, he is going to get more and more into this. I own it in his portfolio, in my portfolio, and I'm going to continue adding aggressively because this company, $170 not too long ago. So I want to be adding to this right now. Those are the shares that I'm looking to buy into. My bonus cryptocurrency stock is Sand. And if you looked at my last video, being a owner in the sandbox, I have digital land in the sandbox, and this is a metaverse that is continuing to expand and grow. People are buying into it. There's big companies, if you watch my video, buying into this space. Binance, which is currently the largest exchange in the world, is an investor in the sandbox, and this crypto has, just like everything else, over the last year gotten beaten down. If we look at a year ago, it was sitting at $6.72 for a token, and now it's at 43 cents. Like I said, this is my risky play. I'm putting money into this, but I'm putting money that I can afford to lose. It's money that I don't need, and it's something that if this goes to at least a 10x back to $4.30, 10x my money on this. I believe in this company. I believe in what they're doing. I'm a fan. I'm an owner of land in this sandbox. So this is my risky play going into 23, where I'm going to be continuing adding to this, and may turn out to be a good move, may turn out to be a bad move, but this is a risk that I'm willing to take, and we'll see where it goes. So all these companies that I just mentioned now, if you are considering buying into those, there is a much easier way to do that, and it's something that I do, and that is ETFs. And you could buy into one of these exchange traded funds, and instead of buying individual companies, you can go ahead and buy one of these ETFs, and you will own a percentage of each of these. So if we take a look at the VTI, for example, I'm an owner of VTI, and if we bring up the ETF right here, all these companies that I just recently mentioned, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and then Tesla over here, instead of you going ahead and buying individually into these companies, you can just purchase the VTI, and you can own a percentage of all of these companies, as well as many other good companies like Johnson & Johnson, ExxonMobil, Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's company. And it takes out that risk because you're diversifying and buying a piece of the larger pie. So VTI, buying the overall stock market, is a great way to get exposures to these companies, and that way you can own a piece of them. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. As a way for me to add to them, I'm going to buy aggressively into exchange traded funds so that I get that exposure to many different companies. Now, if we look at Berkshire Hathaway, for example, this company over the last year is up. Over the last year is up 4.55%. So buying into these ETFs, it's not all risk. You are diversifying. You are buying companies like Berkshire Hathaway that are up over the last year. They also have companies like Coca-Cola, which over the last year, Coca-Cola is up 9.66%. So these are your safe plays. If you don't want to be risking any money and you're buying into these ETFs, they are diversified so that you have exposure to the riskier side and the safer side. And then you can earn dividends as well on these. So that is my strategy going into 2023, guys. I'm going to be buying aggressively into the ETF like the VTI that has exposure to Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Tesla. I then will be buying individually into Disney because I'm a believer of the company. I have a son, we use their products. And then my risky side is taking a bet on Sand, which is the token in the sandbox metaverse, down heavily over the last year. And that is going to be my risky bet going into 2023. We'll see how it plays out, but that is where I'm willing to take my chances. So guys, that has been today's video. Hope you got value out of it. Wishing you all an excellent year. We'll be putting out another video before we get into 2023. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. Merry Christmas to you all, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Remember to look after each other. Take care, keep your head in the game, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.